I'm owning a skyscraper.
In Voxville? We don't need a skyscraper here.
Can I knock it down yet? I really want to knock it down.
Not yet, buddy.
Look, Bree, I made a library and a school and a park and a petting zoo, and this is the bowling alley.
Wow, sounds like you thought of everything.
Yep. Meet Mrs. Mayor. Welcome, one and all. Hi, Mr. Horace. You look like you need a few friends. Meet the librarian. Hello, good sir. You look like you need a job. How about crossing guard?
Wow, sounds like you're an amazing mayor. You did a really good job of including those people when other people in the town didn't include them. It reminds me of how Jesus cares for everyone, even those who are outcasts. Actually, there is a story of when Jesus took care of a group of people.
Wow, I'd love to hear that story.
Jesus traveled a lot as he went from town to town, teaching about God's good news, and he cared for all the people he met. One day, as he was going into a village, 10 men with leprosy met him. Leprosy is a skin disease that would have made these men unclean according to the Jewish law. They probably would have had to live outside of the town, away from their family and friends. They would have to stay far away so no one else got sick too. Imagine how sad they felt about this, having to be away from the people they loved, and they probably would have done anything to be better. When these men saw Jesus, they yelled over to him to ask him for help. When Jesus saw them, he told them to go see the priest.
That feels like a funny thing to say.
Yeah, why would he send him to go see someone else?
Great questions.
I remember he healed lots of other people.
Good memory. I think you're gonna like what happens next.
So all of the men started walking to see the priest, and as they were walking, they realized that their leprosy was suddenly gone. They realized Jesus healed them. Jesus showed he cared for them, and they were all so excited. They started running into town to tell their families the good news. But only one of the 10 men decided to go back to Jesus to say thank you. When he saw Jesus, he threw himself down at his feet. Surprisingly, this man was a Samaritan. Typically, Samaritans didn't get along well with Jews, and most Jews looked down on Samaritans. Even though Jesus was Jewish, the only man who returned to thank him was a Samaritan.
Hey, that's just like the story of the woman at the well. Wasn't she a Samaritan too?
You mean Samaritan. Yes, good memory.
That also kind of reminds me of the story of the children. Nobody thought they were important enough for Jesus, but Jesus took the time to hang out with them anyway. And Zacchaeus, he was the money collector,
Tax collector.
and no one liked him. But Jesus even knew his name.
Good connections.
Jesus said to the Samaritan man, "Weren't all 10 healed? Where are the other 9? No one else returned to give thanks except for this outsider? Get up and go, for your faith has healed you." The man went and shared the good news with the others because he was so grateful. Because Jesus is God and loves and created everyone, he cared deeply for the Samaritan man, even though he was an outsider to Jewish people. Jesus said to the Samaritan man, "Get up and go. Your faith has healed you." The man went and shared the good news with the others in his town.
Do you mean Jesus could heal people without even touching them?
Yep, he is that powerful.
I'm glad that man remembered to go back and say thank you.
Me too. He might not have heard the good news from Jesus if he didn't choose to go back.
So Jesus really cared for those people even though they were sick, which made them kind of gross, and everyone rejected them?
Yes, Jesus cared for all 10 of them. You remember when you were the mayor and you cared for the people in your town?
Mm-hmm.
Those are just dolls and action figures. Imagine how much more Jesus cares for us. God works in our lives all the time and does amazing things for us. Remember, no matter what, Jesus cares for everyone.